Yeah, 9:30 in the morning, it's already cooking. Like, this is lovely around here at campus. Bit in holiday mode this week. Just happy to chill out and then hopefully get into it later, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you go for?
Just the yogurt and granola. So I was looking at that overnight oats as well. That looks decent.
Do you have like an eating routine on race day?
Not particularly. Like, it depends, because depends where you're traveling, what you have available, and then like say bigger races, everything can be covered. Like, so last weekend, breakfast, lunch and dinner is all provided by the competition. Well, this is more low key, so there's no kind of athletes hotel and things aren't covered, so you're pretty much on your own. I've been doing this for a few years now in terms of these late night races, so like I basically nearly race at 9 p.m. tonight, and it's still always hard to get them tough or to get it right throughout the day. So trying to get your meals all together and the timing can be always difficult. So even though we've done it many times, it's still depending on how you feel and stuff on the day as well. But I've never had any issues, say, with food or anything like that, because I kind of know the risk factors and what to roughly stay away from. I raced in Portugal last week, raced the 5,000 metre in Braga, Portugal, just kind of 40 minutes or so outside of Porto. It was a bronze label, so the kind of original plan was to go there and try, obviously, win and run fast enough that I'd get some nice bonus points that would help my world ranking. But finished fourth there. I felt pretty disappointed because I was the favourite and wanted to win, obviously, but I ended up just being everyone else's pacemaker, and that's probably the danger as well, that is racing as well. Like, I was probably overly focused on trying to run the time and then forget it's a race. So I still need to race and you still need to try win. So like how I felt in the last race, I probably put more pressure on myself to be the person behind the pacemaker and do the work. And I slightly feel like that again tonight, because I've got the fastest PB, and the pacer's due to run 62s, which is exactly 7:45 pace, which is my PB. But generally what happens is, like, the pacer might only get to a mile tonight, or 1,600 metres or 1,800 metres, and then I still have to do 1,200 by myself, which is a hard ask. So I feel a bit of pressure to do that. I think it's more putting pressure on myself. We've gone from being everything's been enjoyable, get back, and it's positive and I'm healthy, and then all of a sudden you set expectation and then I hit expectation and then it didn't go my way, and then you're getting caught up. You need to be a bit careful as well that it's not your self-worth as well. So that's very dangerous in this game, where it is a bit of your identity and your self-worth, and you don't want that to get hung up on it. It's funny because when you're trying hard all the time, sometimes you nearly don't get results because you're trying too hard. Our sport is so strange like that sometimes, that if you're trying to do everything correct, just sometimes just doesn't work out, and then you get people that are just totally chilled out, relaxed, not worried about a thing, and you're all over the place, sort yourself out, and then they run well, so it's getting the balance, isn't it, between relaxation and being over the top, I'd say. Yeah, so probably a bit of relaxation for me, and then not worrying about, like, oh, what's the volume going to be this week, or am I going to run 100 and whatever something K or this week, or trying to keep that in mind. So this is the part of the season where you do want to just be able to chill, rest and recover. After last week, I'm not as interested in running a fast time tonight. I would rather just try win the race. I don't know, it's something about the universities. They always have a nice, comfortable environment about them.
What do you feel at this moment, just before the race?
Not much, really. Like if you're kind of rattled this time of the day or worrying about your race or stressing about it this time, it's going to be a long old day for you. I think at the end of the day as well, you're trying to rise your lower level of performance as high as you can get. So it's like last week, it felt like I had a pretty bad day and I ran 13:50. So like last year, that was the fastest I ran on the track. So just trying to increase that level, you know. So if my worst results get higher and higher, you're in a better spot, you know. If I hang up the spikes, I would like to be coaching more. So I think there'll be a lot more hours put on the track when you're coaching than actual running. People don't see that part of coaches, that they spend the most time nearly on the track than anyone, just being around and observing and having different people's sessions. So I think that's why I'm attracted to just sitting and watching a track as well, because it's a nice relaxing feeling watching people train, and it's nice to help people. It's not a bad life.
Where will you head for a run now?
Just around the campus, I think. Have a little look around. Maybe just find a small loop or something. 15 minutes should be around whatever. 3k, just over 3k. So just do a little easy jog and that's it. So
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing crazy. No. Yes, please. Yeah.
Do you take any bicarb for this?
I have it in the room, so I was kind of debating it. Like my last race, I took bicarb, I took beetroot, stuff like that. So sometimes when you're just getting caught up and taking all the things, probably it's a sign sometimes the head isn't in the right place and you're not actually properly focused. So you're stressing about taking all these little things, whereas like sometimes you just rock up and ready to race and you race well. So but yeah, I don't know, I'll probably decide in a few hours. Yeah, same thing with the start lists. You generally look at have a quick scan, but you don't want to ever get hung up too much. It doesn't have actually anyone's personal bests or their times, so someone might have no clue who you are, versus some other races like the last one would have it in list of order from who's got the fastest PB or season's best and work down. So then all of a sudden everyone is kind of looking at the person who's got the fastest PB or the season's best.
What is it, a bunch of 8 minutes, maybe some 750 kind of guys? Or?
Pretty much, yeah. So I don't. There's one or two other internationals, guy from New Zealand, someone from the States, but I don't know their background. I don't think they've run. Now they could easily be in good shape and have run PBs. So,
Exactly, yeah.
but I don't know. I don't think anyone else has run sub 750 in the field.
Okay, yeah.
So
what is it set for, 63s or 62s?
62s. Yeah.
Basically, all the thinking starts around a mile into the race.
Yeah.
Like that's the point where you're like, right, are you pushing on, or are you holding in for the win? But like from watching the last 5k you're in, it's that last 800 you really have to be mentally and physically like right dialed in, either making a move or waiting for the move, you know?
No one in this is running 62s from the start, because if you're running 62s from the start, they're generally going to be able to close it down, and that means it's a 740 race. I don't think anyone's running 740s. They're not going to do that.
Yeah. I try and get in your head, like, can you run like 55, 56 for the last lap? But you can't.
Yeah.
Definitely run 56. That's 2:28. You can fucking do that. The way you are and the way your kick is, obviously you can do that classic hold that inside rail, but you have to be waiting for them. But like you can run 26:27 for that last 200. I know you can. It'll stay around 64s for definite. This one, you know.
Yeah.
3K, like not gonna go to 65s and 6s in a DMC.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because obviously some of these are chasing times.
But you basically have to be like that classic Tobin sprint. It's
Yeah.
250, 200, 150 to go when you can open up. I'm telling you can still open up, man. You're on a 53 on Tuesday. That means you can still open up.
We have a different purpose of the race, and that's to try bring back my closing speed. If the race is being paced for 62, 63s, and suddenly I close in 56, you're making back up 6 to 7 seconds in one lap, you know, so that could be the difference of your 1 second per lap. You can make all that up in one lap if you're feeling pretty good. So
here we go, the women's 800 metres E. Taking the pacemaker, wearing that green shirt down there. Ian Stevenson, a little Stuart.
how you doing? Just the men's 3K, the A. Sean Tobin. Thank you very much.
What goes into the decision-making process to choose a particular race on the circuit?
The top guys, their races are pretty much chosen for them. Like if you're on the Diamond League schedule, that is basically your schedule is given to you. And they'll race a couple, and it depends on the distance you race. Like I'm racing 5K and 3K, so I won't race as frequently as a guy who's racing the 1500. For me, I'm trying to work my way back up, say, the rankings. So as we would jokingly call it, I'm on the scrub tour. So you're basically, a lot of stuff is off your own back, you're covering the costs of your flights, your accommodation, and trying to obviously chase times at a lot of these races. And then obviously you're trying to see what races are decent on the calendar, what is going to have a good field. Then now, obviously in the last couple of years, a lot of people are trying to look at ranking points. And then you're trying to look at certain events that can help you financially as well, or just cover the costs of certain events. So, and look, that's only if you win or you're placing high in races. So sometimes you can easily be at a loss at coming to some of these events.
Was there a 5K race here tonight, or did you have a specific goal to run 3K?
No 5K race tonight, no. 3K is their longest. And this is considered one of the British Miler Grand Prix races, so it's one of their bigger ones on the calendars, and these are primarily distance focused events. So it's going to be mainly, you'll get loads of heats of the 1500, the 3K and the 800, so mainly distance events. So but yeah, 3K was the longest, and realistically, yeah, it would have been hard to come back and back up and race a 5K again. Obviously the last time I raced the 3K was our National Indoor Championships, so I do feel like I just need a bit of a 3K as well to kind of help bring on my 5K as well. That to just, obviously tonight the goal is to be able to run 62s, 63s per lap, and then hopefully then I'll be coming back into Morton Games, and that kind of 64, 65 second range will feel a lot more comfortable.
How did you feel throughout the race, from the start?
Just flat. Yeah, I kind of ruined the race for myself from 200 meters in. Like I didn't get out aggressive enough, and the boys had already had a gap. I think that I was gone through 64, 65, and they were going 62s. So I would have had to run a 60 to catch up with them. So I felt like it was kind of closing, but I was just probably too tense all the time. I wasn't smooth and relaxed. It was rough. So I felt flat and I felt heavy that whole race. Is the only way to feel it. Like I felt like it was legs were stuck to the ground. I felt fat, in terms of just couldn't get. Yeah, just felt like I was heavy, really heavy, stuck to the ground. So that's pretty disappointing. Yeah, because like another similar to last week, a race I feel like I should have won, and so. I was lucky I probably didn't get swallowed up by a couple of more guys. I feel like that today, So I got lucky to get third in a way. It's just hard, like I've put in a huge amount of work, and by chance I'm just a bit cooked as well from the training. So even though I've kind of felt good on things, but like felt great going into that race in Portugal, but definitely I'm probably a bit. Maybe it was too aggressive in the training after I ran the 5k PB, but maybe it was just need another week or two to freshen up. Yeah, that's 2 races in 2 weeks now. I felt shite.